Hello Year 6, this is your science for Monday the 28th of September. Your LC is Can I Describe Changes as We Grow Older? Firstly, I want you to think about some of the changes that happen as we get older. I've put a link in the description to a BBC video which shows some of those changes as we all grow older. For your first task, what I'd like you to do is draw a very simple table in your book. All you need to do is a line down the middle and a line across with your headings, like we've done in books many times, describing some of the physical changes and some of the other changes as well. So when you're thinking about physical changes, these are the things that happen to the body itself. Next, I want you to use the true or false cards to decide if the information is true or false. Some of the statements there are going to be true, some will be false. I've put a link on our school webpage to those, but they are going to be on the next slide, so you can just pause the video and then decide for yourself if they're true or false. See what you think. You can pause the video here for as long as you need to. Let's have a look at some of the answers. What did you find? Did you get all of them right? Was some true that you thought were false? Was some false that you thought were true? What do you think? Older people need exercise. Well, of course, yes. During all stages of human development, exercise is important to stay healthy, for example. Another one that's in the false column. Humans start to age at 60, of course. No, we age throughout our entire lives. We don't necessarily see it as much when we get older. And I've talked to you about this in class before, about how you don't notice it so much as an adult. But when you look back at older photos, you certainly do notice it. But if we were to look at a photograph of you from, say, 6 months ago, you'd definitely be able to notice a difference. And I'm sure when we compare photographs at the start of the school year and at the end of the school year, you'll definitely see a difference there yourselves as well. You can pause the video for as long as you need to. Okay, so a couple of tasks for you to do today. Firstly, what I'd like you to do is read the sheet that explains the changes in old age. It's the one that has a picture of a gentleman in the middle and lots of facts coming from him. If you don't have it in your pack, I've uploaded it to the school site and it's also going to be on the following slide, so don't worry, you'll have everything that you need. And then I want you to complete the reading comprehension activity. Same again for the comprehension. If you don't have it in your pack, which you should do, but if you don't, the questions are going to be on the next slides as well. I've put the answers at the very end of the video for you too. Your next task then is to create a poster. I want you to create a poster showing the changes that take place in old age. Make your own version of a poster. Again, use the old age information fact sheet to help you. Think about what would be your poster success criteria. So what's going to need to be on there? The way I always try and explain this is, imagine if you were explaining it to Miss Steak, who's not human, for example. How would you explain those changes in old age to somebody who just didn't know what humans age like? These are the facts about old age. You can pause these for as long as you need to. These are the questions to answer. Remember to answer everything in your book, poster and questions. Pause these. So one of the questions that often comes up during these lessons is, when does the human life cycle end? Now, of course, that's different for everybody. But some people's lives are longer than others. Some people's lives are shorter than others. But speaking scientifically, we could say that our cells do not regenerate as quickly in old age, which affects the extent to which organs can function normally. Let me just explain that a little bit further to you. Our body is made up of things called cells. Groups of cells together do a job, and we would call those organs. So, for example, the cells in our heart do a particular job, cells in our lungs do a particular job, the cells in our brain do a particular job, and so on with all of our different organs. As you get older, this also affects the immune system. So in your body, there is a defense system against disease and illness. When you get sick, for example, that's actually a sign of your body fighting the illness that caused that sickness in the first place. So your body is actually working on your side, and that's caused by evolution over millions of years to have an immune system that works in the way that it does for us. And we're always fighting off disease. But again, like everything, as you get older, it becomes weaker, and it makes it much more likely that illnesses will be fatal, so results in death. If you think about babies, their immune systems aren't as fully functioning as an adult's, or even as a younger child, for example. So they're actually at a lot of danger from similar diseases as older people as well. And you will have probably noticed as well over the years the number of times that you felt really ill. And I can remember when I was younger and feeling quite poorly at times, and it's not a nice feeling. But I promise you, as you get older, your ability to fight illnesses will get better. And I can say that now as an adult who doesn't get anywhere near as sick as what I used to when I was younger, for example. Another question is, why do humans then eventually die? Why do we die? Well, the vast majority of living things do have a lifespan. That's the time for which they're alive, and ultimately humans are part of the natural world, and we do have this in common with other living things as well. Here are your answers to your comprehension questions. And if you have any other questions about old age and changes in old age, please give me a message or ask a question as you normally do. I'll see you next time.